Let's go live. Let's go live. All right, enough of that. Happy Tuesdays, guys. Welcome back to the KEMPIRE channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Tuesday Takeover, for those that might be new to the channel, is where we cover a variety of pop culture news, including some reality television news and some reality television mixed in there. Very much like what we do on our Thirsty Thursday, but Thirsty Thursday primarily is mostly about hot topics and things like that. However, today we do have quite a few hot topics that we have to get through. And I got a couple of shows that I want to talk about, including Love in Paradise. I literally watched the first 2 episodes this morning, so I might be in. There's a guy that's on there that has 71 children, and it's not what you're thinking. He has made a career. I can't say make a career because he doesn't make money off of it. He has made a lifestyle of donating his sperm to women around the world. And now he wants to settle down and get into a serious relationship. Oh, we'll talk about it. We will talk about it, all right? But first, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. If you haven't already subscribed to the KEMPIRE podcast, be sure to subscribe because you can take us on the go by listening to our live shows and special episodes on the KEMPIRE podcast. While you're there, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Let's get our Tuesday Takeover started.
Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow my lady, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the KEMPIRE channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Shout out to everyone already in the live chat. Shout out to our subscribers, our channel members. To become a channel member, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. And of course, we could not do our live shows or the comment section without our King's Guards. So be sure to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our King's Guards and for holding us down. And Mama Ali is keeping the timestamps, thankfully. Last week, you had to wait on me to do it. But Mama Ali is already on it. She's already on it. But before we get into anything, today's show is sponsored by our friends over at BetterHelp. As you know, I prioritize my own mental health. So I wanted to make sure that before I had an issue or something major happen in my life, that I had put together my team of doctors. And one of those things is a licensed therapist. And I strongly believe in therapy because I had a major in psychology in college, if you didn't know, okay? So I gave BetterHelp a try. I love how easy it was. I love the fact that if you don't like your therapist, and when I say like, meaning that you don't connect with that person, because you don't connect with everyone, you can switch your therapist at any time for free. But I just love how easy it was. I love the questionnaire because the questionnaire asks questions that I didn't think I would even ask myself, just so that they're able to match you with the right person, okay? So I love my experience so far with BetterHelp. I've been using it for several weeks now, probably a couple of months now, more than a couple months, probably like almost 3 months. I've been using BetterHelp. So I've been loving this opportunity. Instead of going on the internet and being messy, I go to my therapist and I be messy there. Anyways, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Like I said, it's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. And as I mentioned before, you can switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. I did it. Anyways, get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Kempire today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Kempire. More information on BetterHelp will be available in the description. And for those that are listening, in the audio notes. All right? Shout out to BetterHelp. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here. Okay. You know we love to start Tuesday Takeover with some good news. So we have a couple of good news things to talk about. And damn it, I forgot to bring a photo over of... Hold on, let me just bring this photo over. There's always... Just when I think I'm prepared, I have everything. Do I have everything? I don't have everything. I don't have everything. I wanted to have this photo. So let me just bring up this photo because if we are talking about some good news, I think this is a good news. One thing I have to say, I am proud of this Miss Blue Ivy. Because Miss Blue Ivy, she is working as hard as her mama. Anyone notice that? First of all, her being a part of the Renaissance tour was not because of Beyonce. It was because it was something that she wanted to do. And then, Beyonce didn't even know this. Beyonce found out, Blue found out people were being critical of her dance moves at 11 years old in front of thousands and thousands of people. And you guys clowning her, not you guys, but, social media, Beyonce's internet, clowning her, only drove her to get better. And yes, she did. We found out that homegirl just secured another job for the family. So Beyonce and Blue Ivy will be the stars in this new animated movie, Mufasa, The Lion King. She's going to be playing Nala. Beyonce's going to be playing Nala like she did before, and Blue Ivy will play her daughter in the movie. Well, she's voicing it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations to Blue Ivy, securing another bag. Take that, Rumi. Okay, I say that because, remember, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about how Rumi became like the youngest person ever to chart on Billboard. And before that, it was her sister, Blue Ivy. And so she sort of like took that away from her. But look, take that. No, I'm playing. It's all in fun and jest. We love it for the kids. Congratulations to Blue Ivy. Congratulations to Beyonce, even though, okay, I can be honest because we're not talking about Blue Ivy. I don't like Beyonce's Nala. Her version of Nala, I don't like it. I didn't like the last movie. Anyone else? But maybe because I'm from an era where The Lion King came out and I love The Lion King, I personally didn't. And we love Beyonce over here. But look, I'm a straight shooter. I don't care if we like you and we like your new album. I've been playing the new album, Cowboy Carter, off the hook, but I didn't love it. Look. All right, we're gonna move on. we're moving on. Starless on my TikTok says it's just you. It's okay. You don't have to. Starla, you must be new here. You don't have to agree with me. I didn't say it represented everyone's point. I'm representing what I think. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. If it's not okay with you, then you can leave. Bye. Don't start with me today, y'all. It's just you. No, it's not. Actually, if you see some of the people on our YouTube and Facebook agree. Look, and Britt says everybody said the same thing. Okay. Every once in a while, for those that have been following the channel for a long time, every once in a while I respond to a troll. Every once in a while. But look, like I said, you don't have to agree with me. But don't come at me like, oh, it's just you. You can be like, I don't agree. I liked her Nala. That's all you have to say. Just saying. Seven says, I didn't like Lion King either. Damn. Anyways, but congratulations to Blue Ivy on securing another bag for the family. Okay? Congratulations to Kandi Burruss, formerly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she's going on tour with her group Escape. She had the premiere of The Wiz, all right? The premiere of The Wiz on Broadway here in New York City. And she just gave us a sneak peek that she's working on her next Broadway show, but she couldn't mention it to Andy. She says when she can, she will come back, all right? So she's working on that. But then she also yesterday was celebrating an Emmy nomination. She got herself an Emmy nomination. Also, I want to say congratulations because it's related to the Candy situation because the We Sound Crazy podcast that had all the drama with Tamar Braxton, K, Michelle, and then even Candy, they also got an Emmy nomination. So congratulations to my friends over at the We Sound Crazy podcast, and congratulations to all of the nominees. All right. Nope. Nope. I wasn't nominated. I got mine. Oh.
Lies.
Shut up. Mind your business. All right. As always, guys, be sure to share your good news. I want to know what you are celebrating today or this week or this month. As you know, my good news next month. It's my birthday. It's my birthday month. Today is the last day of April. Shout out to all of the April Tauruses, but no one cares. I'm kidding. All right. All right. Congratulations again to all the nominees. And guys, again, if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to share your good news. I want to hear it. All right. And I need to go see The Wiz here on Broadway before, because it's only a limited time that it's here. I need to go see it before it's no longer on Broadway. I must do that. Period. Okay. Jennifer Henderson says, Candy, quote, keeps a check, Burris Tucker. Yep, you're right. And yep, it is her second nomination. Claire says Candy's second nomination. She's doing the damn thing. Second Emmy nomination. Good for her. Sherster says, hey, my birthday was on Saturday. Respect us. Happy birthday, Sherster. Oh. Yes, Mama Allie. Mama Allie's birthday is the day before mine. Mama Allie, shout out to all the May babies. Okay. Hey, Saul. Saul says, I agree with you, Kempy. Yes, Samara, Kemp, you're so close to 400,000 subscribers. Yeah. I mean, I was hoping that we would get to 400,000 before May, but it's okay if we do it in the first week of May. Yeah, shout out to our YouTube subscribers. For those that follow me on TikTok, if you're not following me on YouTube, you probably should, because TikTok days are numbered. Ooh, TikTok days are numbered. All right. You know, let's move on from the good news. Let's talk a little bit of reality television. And when I say reality television, this is not a show that we're currently watching. I have not watched the Traitors New Zealand just yet. I think I might watch it. Maybe this month I will watch it. I did start watching The Circle on Netflix, and now they have like an AI person that's in the apartment. AI is taking over the world. It's a little scary, but at the same fascinating. All right. Amy, happy early birthday. So I am I always start The Circle, but I never finish The Circle on Netflix. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that The Circle is not good, but I start it, and I never finish it. I'm going to try and finish this season. I'm going to try. But speaking of reality television competition shows, The Traitors. So a lot of people already knew, we talked about this, that season 3 was given the green light for The Traitors US. All right. Word on the street, The Traitors Australia was canceled. I'm not sure. Australia, can you confirm or deny? Was it canceled? I thought it was a good season. I mean, it was that ending. I still don't want to even give you guys a spoiler for those that haven't watched it yet. That ending for the UK, for the Australian version of The Traitors. Ooh, whoa. Osea says that New Zealand was really good, but it looked very low budget compared to the others. Oh, but it was good. I'm going to get into it. Deborah says New Zealand was good. Not better than the US or UK, in my opinion. See, that's not selling it for me. Look, that's not selling it for me. But the news, first of all, word on the street, they're not sure. Now there's mixed information whether or not Kenya Moore will be on this season 3 of The Traitors, because Kenya apparently accidentally posted on her social media that she was going to be in Traitors. She basically was just sort of like the Traitors sign, and I forgot what else she put in it. Hold on, let me just show you the picture so I don't get this wrong. I just want to show you the picture of what Kenya supposedly posted on socials and then deleted it because you're not supposed to be posting stuff like that. Hold on, I know I have it here. Let me just see here it is. Hold on, let me just. and she posted it, and it said talent. Hold on, let me bring this up for you guys so you can see it. But I've been saying I would love to see Kenya on Traitors. I would also love to see Candy on Traitors. I would love to see both of them play it together. First of all, because they're real friends, and I can see that as an ally. But yeah, so Kenya apparently posted this, and it had Traitors at the bottom and then talent at the top. So now people are speculating, oh, is the schedule for Real Housewives of Atlanta going to interfere with this? But Atlanta hasn't even started filming yet. I don't know if they've even solidified their cast. I've only told you that not word on the street, I can basically tell you guys allegedly that Eric Fuller, the showrunner that you guys hate so much, I know why, but remember he said he's not in charge of casting, he's not in charge of editing, blah, 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 blah. Well, he's over in New York, allegedly. I say allegedly. Okay? Gemma says, accidentally on purpose, Kenya posted this. Probably. Kenya, behave yourself. Behave yourself, Kenya. But I would love to see Kenya on Traitors, and not because, everyone wants to make her out to be the villain. No, because Kenya is very competitive, and I would love to see her play in this game. I would also like to see Candy, but I don't think Candy is doing it. Well, Phaedra's on the red carpet and almost spilled some tea. Not almost. She basically spilled the tea that Dorinda, formerly of the Real Housewives of New York, is also going to be on Traitors. Also, they've rumored to say that Teresa Giudice is going to be on Traitors as well. Why is Teresa doing all of these reality shows? She did the House of Villains, and now she's doing the Traitors. I'm a little concerned. Like, why? Look, okay, can I give you my this is speculation. I don't know this for fact. I'm not saying sources are telling me this. I'm telling you this is straight speculation. First of all, she's a Taurus. And we like to, we like jobs. Look at Candy. But the reason, I just have a feeling she's creating her FU fund for when she leaves Louis. Look, there have been all kinds of rumors that this marriage has been on the rocks. I don't know if that's any truth to that. There have been rumors that Louis' money is funny. Sidebar, Real Housewives of New Jersey starts this weekend on Sunday. But the fact that she's doing all of this reality television outside of Real Housewives of New Jersey is sort of Exactly. KB says, all this working, what is her husband doing? And apparently, Louis is supposed to have all of this money. All of this money. Cherise says, Teresa's hubby's a Taurus. So I know we try to forget, but he's an April Taurus. Oh, sorry, April Taurus. April Taurus, you're getting it today. I'm sorry. So, I don't know. I just have a feeling that she's gathering the coins for when she leaves this man. Because, come on, let's be honest. If the money wasn't funny on both sides, I just don't think she would be doing all of this other stuff. I'd much rather see Teresa do something in her wheelhouse outside of reality television, because I feel like that is long lasting. I like her on her YouTube show doing the cooking and stuff like that. I like seeing Teresa in that realm with her daughter. I like seeing that Teresa. But speaking of Teresa on the Traitors, I'm open to it because those are the people that you think wouldn't survive. Because, Teresa doesn't seem like the brightest bulb. But then I'm thinking to myself, she's fooled you guys for a very long time, making you think that she's innocent. So it makes me wonder what that will look like on Traitors. I want it to look good, because look at how we felt about Phaedra on Traitors. We don't like Phaedra on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We don't like Phaedra on Ultimate Girls Trip. We don't like Phaedra on Married to Medicine. But in Traitors, where we're not talking about her personal life and we're just playing a game and she's just giving us the, oh, yes, boiled eggs. Does anyone see any boiled eggs? Hard-boiled eggs? Like that, we're okay with that. All right. Speaking of Phaedra did drop the tea that they had already started filming Married to Medicine a few days ago. She also talked about the possibility of her returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's basically keeping the door wide open.
You just wrapped your first season on Married to Medicine. What was the takeaway for you from that crew?
You know what? They are really very different from the Housewives because they're professional women, but they have really strong relationships and true friendships. So it was a good time, and we actually started taping 2 days ago.
Okay, so we're back for more.
We're back for more.
Okay, so that puts rumors to rest that you might snatch your peach back up.
I don't know if that puts all the rumors to rest, because I'm a multifaceted type of girl.
Well, we know the network loves you, so having you on more than one show is probably a good thing. What do you make of Porsha's return? People want a frickin' frack reunion.
I love Porsha, and, we've been talking. And, hopefully we can work something out. But, Porsha's my girl, so I'm really excited for her.
What do you think of them kind of recentering around the duo that is Porsha and Kenya for this next chapter?
Interesting. But we'll see how that works. We'll see. It's interesting.
A lot of people did think that a certain someone announcing her exit from the show would mean you could finally walk back through that door.
I never think anything's based on a certain person. I think the door's always been somewhat open. But I want to do what's best for me and my family. And so, it's got to be the right opportunity, and it's got to be with the right castmates.
Phaedra. Do I think the door is open for Phaedra to return for the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Yes, because I feel like Atlanta's casting right now and them trying to get this season together is a challenge for them. Because they haven't really officially started filming yet. I don't even know if they've even done a group scene. I think they filmed with Porsha, but I don't even know if they've done like a full anything with a cast yet. All right? So then there's that. But since we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I guess we might as well talk about Porsha. Oh, Porsha and this man. Oh, goodness. This divorce is getting ugly. And I know some people think that this was a setup for the new season. Honestly, based off of what Simon is doing, I don't think so. I think Porsha really planned to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta as Simon Guobadia's wife. So Simon has been doing all the things in court in regards to just to be a troll, basically. But we're not surprised by this. If you saw how the divorce with Fallon Pena went, then you're not surprised. Well, Radar Online is writing this in regards to this whole Porsha situation. They said Porsha Williams accused Simon Guobadia of trying to, quote, overburden, annoy, harass, and oppress her by demanding her communication with the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, including her contract and financial documents related to her return to the Bravo show. In the legal documents that were obtained by Radar, Porsha is demanding that the divorce judge overrules Simon's request, arguing her job as a reality star has nothing to do with their prenuptial agreement. He wants the prenuptial agreement thrown out, basically. That prenuptial agreement also says that he has to get out of the house within the first 30 days of her filing for divorce. She also claims Simon only demanded the information in an attempt to, quote, threaten her reputation, career, and ability to earn income by dragging her employer into their mess. I know Bravo is like, we didn't sign up for this, Porsha. We signed up for fun. Fun Porsha. Okay? As Radar Online reported, Simon requested True Entertainment LLC, the production company behind RHOA, sit for a deposition and testify on Porsha's status and income as a cast member for 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. We're not even in 2025, Simon. Simon also demanded all communication between his ex, her reps, and production about RHOA filming, recording, taping, storylines, and subjects involving Porsha and her relationship and divorce with him. But Porsha is fighting back. Porsha Peach Juice Williams, formerly Guobadia, is fighting back, claiming Simon subpoenaing her employers for deposition was, quote, not issued in good faith. adding he wants to inflame this already contentious case. The subpoena broadly requests contracts, amendments, memos of understanding, financial documents, all communications, photographs, videos, recordings, tapings, footage, or filming, none of which is relevant to do with divorce, or at least no basis has been shown thus far why such an invasive inquiry into would be appropriate or reasonable. Okay? He's not a reasonable person, Porsha. Are we surprised? He is not a reasonable person. So according to Porsha, the information about her income and employment as a reality TV star is not relevant whatsoever to their divorce. She claims Simon was trying to delay She claims that Simon is trying to delay the enforcement of their prenup, which she claimed was drafted by his former counsel and negotiated for months, almost a year prior to their execution. The subpoena for deposition issued in this matter by respondent to True Entertainment LLC was not issued in good faith and is yet another deliberate and desperate attempt by respondent, Simon Guobadia, to undermine the parties' prenuptial agreement, overexpand the case, and delay enforcement of the parties' prenuptial agreement and resolution of this matter as a whole, she argued. Porsha claimed her ex is, quote, attempting to intimidate, harass, and threaten her reputation, career, and ability to earn income by intimidating and harassing her employer. So she feels as if Simon is doing this stuff through the legalities of it all, through their divorce, to kind of turn off Truly Original and Bravo, probably subsequently hurting her storyline and hurting her position on the show. Because like I said, I believe the producers were sold. I'm now a happily married woman. There is no smoke here. There is no Fallon. There's no drama, which makes me believe the rumors that the reason why Porsha did not return to Atlanta was because she did not want to answer to Kenya or the audience for how she got this man. And you remember the video that Porsha posted when the announcement came out that she was going to be returning to Atlanta, and she got this other deal with NBC Universal for scripted content. All right. So she came onto that video. Who said Porsha Williams was returning to Atlanta? But Porsha Guobadia? She didn't even say it like that. I'm saying it. She couldn't even pronounce his last name. She was like, Guobadia. I was like, girl, this is your married name. Say it with your chest. A lot of people were blindsided by this divorce because they've only been married for 15 months. And literally days before filing for divorce, Porsha was calling him be his piece. Even Kandi recently on Watch What Happens Live. And that's the thing about a Taurus. We can't lie. We can't be like, oh, I'm sad for her. Or, she can't act as if she didn't see this coming, Kandi. Kandi was like, Porsha doesn't want to hear from me when I feel like her relationships aren't the best. And she feels as if Porsha really jumps into relationships very quickly. Very quickly. Samara says Porsha Guobadia is in the building. 2 days later, she's put the building up. Come on now. All right. So Porsha, a lot of people are saying that you should not be surprised that look at how he was acting when he was divorcing Fallon. Yes, Fallon is not a reliable source because clearly she was cheating on Simon as well because Fallon was pregnant with someone else's baby. Okay? But Fallon came out just last week or the week before saying that Dennis McKinley, Porsha's ex-fiancé and baby's father, said that I thought you knew that Simon and Porsha were sleeping together for well over a year before you guys got a divorce and before they became public, because that's what she told me. And Dennis, you're messy for that. You are very, very messy for that. Apparently, Porsha likes messy men. Honestly, there's a pattern. Okay, there is a pattern. Her first husband, Cordell, he was messy in that divorce, had her homeless, sleeping on her mama's couch. That was a messy divorce. She got with Dennis McKinley, almost married him. I think she would have married him. I really do think that she would have married him. And for those that want them to get back together, no. Like, if he would do this to his baby's mother, like, that's not a great relationship, okay? Exactly. Roro says, a.k.a. the hot dog man, Dennis McKinley. He's messy. Like, why are you meeting with the ops? I get it. Porsha's not the best person. However, that's still the mother of your child, and you guys have to co-parent with Pilar. But Porsha, people are saying this, and I'm going to say it too. We saw how messy Simon got with Fallon. For someone that has moved on and is happy with you, there was no reason for him to be as messy as he was on social media with his ex-wife that he was with for a long time. Fallon and Simon were married for a few years before their divorce. So do you feel sorry for Porsha? I feel sorry for her because, look, in a way, I feel sorry for her. But hopefully this will be a lesson. This will be a lesson for Porsha. And hopefully the next man that she gets with, she will get with him for real love reasons. Because do I believe that there were real love between these two? No. Look, no. I never did. I told you this. If you've been here, I've been telling you, I've never really believed in this relationship. So when they announced the divorce, I was like, well, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Claire, good point. Claire says, nah, Dennis isn't wrong. Porsha tried to have him falsely arrested in Mexico during Porsha's Family of Lies. That's what we call that show, for those that don't know. You have points. You have points, but we've come such a long way. Remember, that was a while ago. We just saw a picture of them together for Pilar's something. I think it was her birthday or something like that, or a school thing. You still have to co-parent with this person. So there really is no need to be messy. But she likes messy men. Look at it. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. All right. Speaking of Real Housewives divorces, it was announced this week. Oh, no, not this week. Can you believe it's been 3 weeks? I can't believe it's been 3 weeks. Alexia Nepola, well, formerly Nepola, Nepola, is getting a divorce. Todd is the one that filed for the divorce. So this week, for the very first time, Alexia is speaking out and talking about how heartbroken and blindsided she was. I feel for Miss Alexia. Take a listen.
What are you doing? Obviously, some shocking things have happened in the last 2 weeks. How are you feeling? How are you handling things?
Oh, it's been 3 weeks, so I'm still taking it all in and trying to understand, to process it. You know, I think that, like in every relationship, you kind of like go back, you know, to the 7 years that we've been together, because even though we were married for 2 years and 3 months, because I count every day, you just can't help yourself but to go back to those 7 years and say what went wrong.
Right, I know you're gonna make me cry. Retrace the steps.
So hard to talk.
I know. All right, take your time. Take your time.
For the first 2 weeks, actually still today, it's been 3 weeks, and I'm still going back in my head, like, what happened?
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a positive person, so I try to think about all the beautiful times that we had together,
right.
All of our beautiful trips, and I'm very positive, so I want to remember that, you know, and I don't want to have any anger, but I understand that anger is also one of the grieving stations. Mm-hmm. Stations, or I said sessions, sorry. One of
Stages.
Stages, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying.
It's okay.
Because I find myself, like, lost.
Yeah. You've been, like, blindsided.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting your bearings.
Yes. So, but like I said, it's been really, really difficult. It's been very painful, hurtful. And, you know, I'm just getting through it. And I want to thank you that have been like my rock. You've been by my side every day. And everybody, everyone's outpour of love and support.
Yeah, well, everybody loves you.
And
want you to feel good and be happy.
And my children, you know, Peter and Frankie, that have been, you know, by my side. And I just believe that the only way to heal is with love and through love. So I'm very lucky to have that.
You are.
Because I really do believe that love is the healing power.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? You give so much love. How are you not going to get it back? When you give love, it comes back. When you give anger and hate, that's what you get back.
No, I don't want to feel that. I've never
You're not going to.
felt anything of, hate or anger because I still love him. And like, we love each other. It's not because we don't love each other, but it's just very sad that I guess we couldn't figure out a way, to fix things.
Well,
And that's why I was in such shock because I'm like a fighter. I fight.
Right. Well, somebody
for
gave
love.
up. Someone gave
And
up.
and I was never expecting that. I thought things were good.
I wasn't either.
Right.
I really was super
So
surprised.
it's been really shocking and I'm devastated. I'm not pretending, but, to be okay. But, I cry a lot.
That's normal.
I've stayed busy, which helps me a lot. Always, to think less of my own, internal things.
You're very good at that because I'm the first one to lay down and put a blanket over my head and just isolate. I isolate and lick my own wounds, but you're very good at keeping busy, but you also have Frankie.
I have no choice. I have to be strong and I have to keep on going.
Yeah.
I have to keep on going. I have, 2 sons. I have a business and, and I have a life. I just can't afford to be, at home in my bed. Then that's not how I heal.
Right.
For me, healing is to be around people that love me. For me, healing is, to go on walks, to exercise. For me, healing is, talking to people, just getting it all out.
Everyone deals differently. Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very religious, so obviously I pray a lot.
Me too. Prayer is everything.
And praying at night helps me fall asleep. I mean, for the first 2 or 3 nights, I didn't even sleep. So, I'm getting there. But
I'm surprised you're sleeping already because it's hard
I'm
stuff.
sleeping like 5 hours. But I mean, for the first 2 nights, like when the news broke out before that, because I knew a few days earlier, I just didn't sleep for like 2 straight nights. Just thinking it was like a nightmare. Like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I still think this is real. Like, I still think that maybe there's, a chance for us to fix it because we love each other.
Yeah.
So for me, love has always been such a powerful source. But, some people argue and say, love is not enough. And we're, into each other. We like each other. Like, it was just, I don't know.
I feel for Alexia. I know we've watched Real Housewives of Miami. There have been moments with Alexia, especially not this past season, but the season before. But the signs have been there. Adriana talked about those signs this last season. But I didn't think that there was smoke there. I didn't think that these two are going to get a divorce. Some people don't even realize that these two have been together for 7 years. Yes, they got married recently, but before that, they were together for several years. Here's the thing, though. Now, the more that I think about it in this last episode, when they had to move out of that other apartment and into another apartment and they were renting, and a lot of people were like, why are they renting? Especially because Todd is in real estate and things like that. Why are we renting? And I remember on the show, Alexia was like, well, he believes that you should buy commercial property and not, regular homes and things like that. Well, now it makes more sense to me because in a divorce, breaking up those types of assets just makes a divorce more challenging. So he didn't want to buy property with her because probably in his mind, he already was thinking about the divorce. I feel for Alexia. And I don't think she even saw that coming. She probably really believed what he said because why wouldn't you think? Why wouldn't you think that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to real estate if that's his wheelhouse? But now when you think about it, you're like, well, that's probably why he never wanted to actually get like a home with her, because then you have to split all of those things. And I do believe that there was a prenup. I don't know for a fact, but I believe that there was. Look, I can't believe that I'm feeling sorry for Alexia, but look, I have a hoard. And I can put things in boxes in regards to this. I don't think that this is the way that she should have found out. She found out when we found out about this whole filing. I feel for Alexia. But of course, the new season of the Real Housewives of Miami is right around the corner. No wonder we see Larkus back together. We don't bring them back. Okay, there are rumors. But like I said, I have not. If you were here for our Summer House Martha's Vineyard recap, I mentioned this a little bit with Taria. I'm not going to go in depth here in regards to it because I haven't heard from other sources in regards to the casting. I don't think that they need to change much to this casting, but because I feel like we had a perfect seasons of Real Housewives of Miami since they were rebooted. If you got rid of Larkus, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, I really wouldn't mind if you got rid of Larkus. But anyway, that's me. What about you? Look, what about you? All right, let me say thank you, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday takeover where we cover a variety of reality television news, but also pop culture news, because that's not the only thing that you get here on the KEMPIRE channel. If you're watching us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or behind the scenes here on TikTok, we talk about a whole assortment of things in pop culture. Let me say thank you because we had a super sticker from Patricia. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Patricia. We appreciate your support. Guys, you can also support just by liking the video. Azia, thank you so much for the super chat. Azia says, thank you for my flowers forever. Your rose forever. Yes. Love your channel, and I hope you make it to LA for KEMPIRE After Dark. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Azia. Yes, I am. We're definitely working on it, guys. But if you are in the nearby cities, we just announced a new, all new KEMPIRE After Dark show coming to New York City on June 21st. Tickets are available for Boston, Nashville, Atlanta, and of course, New York and Seattle. All that information is available in the description notes. All right. Danique, thank you so much. My good news, got an interview for an exec position I didn't apply for. Congratulations. Keep us posted. Definitely keep us posted. Guys, continue to let me know what your good news is for today or of the week or the month. Asha, thank you so much for the super chat. Asha says, celebrating National Poetry Month and my birthday month with my first published poetry book. Thanks, KEMPIRE, for always inspiring us to be great. First of all, congratulations. That is amazing. Let people know in the live chat where they can find it. That's amazing. Thank you so much. There we go. All right. Julie says, is Gertie out? That is a rumor. Like I said, I haven't heard anything yet, but that is a rumor that Gertie and Julia will not be returning to Real Housewives of Miami. But we shall see. We shall see. I mean, people said the same thing about Kiarna, and then last minute Kiarna was back for Real Housewives of Potomac. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. I've talked about that in separate videos. So if you want our Potomac update, be sure to check out those videos. All right. Mackenzie, thank you so much for the super chat. Super sticker. Thank you so much, Mackenzie, for the support. We appreciate that. Again, guys, you can support just by liking the video. And if you're listening to this, you can support just by giving us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. All right, let's move on because we always have so much to talk about in regards to news. First of all, this Tamar and Kandi and K. Michelle situation blew up over the weekend. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Tamar was in her feelings about it. Like, you guys, I never said anyone's name. Okay. I did a whole video on that. So if you missed it, I lay out all the details of what led to this. But Tamar did an interview with our friends over at the We Sound Crazy podcast, Emmy-nominated We Sound Crazy podcast. And they were talking about Beyonce's impact on country music and how it's opening up doors for everyone else. And, black artists that are in country music. And she talked about some of the people that she liked. And then she made a shady comment about certain people in country music that were crossing over into country music. And if you listen to it, it was sort of like, well, it sounds as if you're making shade towards K. Michelle. Yes, we know there's a whole assortment of people in country music, but there aren't a lot of notable people. There also aren't a lot of people that have had beef with Tamar that we know that are crossing over into country music. Yes, we know Kandi has done work in country music. Either way, that comment wasn't necessary in this positive environment. She literally was just saying in that Carlos interview that she did during his live show how she turned down Real Housewives of Atlanta because she's moving in this positive space and she doesn't want to be fighting with black women and blah, 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 blah. Yet you make this shady comment in this other podcast interview. All right. Only for her to go on her Instagram and go off.
I really don't care, y'all, because, you know, if I was talking about somebody, I would say their name. Like, nobody gonna do not one thing to me, can't do anything to me. So if I'm talking about somebody in particular, I just call it out like I did with Candy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say somebody said, Candy said that I said it, took shit back. I said, no. Her husband did what he did to me. Both of them, actually. And she can't sing. I said that. So why now do I need to backpedal and all of this victims? I'm not no fucking survivor. You know what the fuck I've been through, what I built. What? No, Kenny didn't catch it straight. What I'm saying is, when I'm specifically talking to somebody, I don't have a problem saying their name, because I'm not no punk ass bitch. I say what the fuck I want. Just like everybody say what they want to say, who they address and what they address. I do the same thing. I'm not a child. You know what I mean? I am not scared. You know, like, if I said it about somebody, I would have said it and say their name, because what are you going to do to me? Nothing. Not nothing.
But why didn't you say their name?
You know, and I don't fight, I don't do violence, I don't do none of that. You know what I mean? But my whole point of the matter is like, if I'm talking to specifically about somebody, I would say their name. And so where are we getting this from? You know, rocks. What they say? I throw rocks and hide my hand. I say what it is. When do I stop? And who started that?
You did.
Who started that?
You did. Your behavior.
That's dumb. I said what I said. When I said it's not changing. It's not changing.
Oh, Tamar. So, you know, I did a whole video yesterday talking about this. And of course, I had to go back to how this Candy beef was stirred up because she decided to bring Candy in it on Instagram. You did not mention Candy's name. This was a question posed to her during Watch What Happens Live. And even then, Andy had to guess multiple names before getting to Candy. And she still didn't say Candy's name. So she's lying to us again. And I still believe that she was referring to K. Michelle in the comment that she made on the We Sound Crazy podcast. I still believe that was who she was coming for. Because as you know, a lot of people were like, oh, you know, has anyone checked on K. Michelle when Beyonce announced that she was putting out a country album? And K. Michelle was like, there's room for all of us. I've been doing this for a while now. I'm excited to hear K. Michelle's full country album. She has released some country collabs and music already. But rewinding back time. On Watch What Happens Live, this is what Tamar said in regards to the Candy situation.
Hi. Our question is, who is the Atlanta housewife that you hinted about having beef with on Instagram, saying her and her husband threatened you?
People think it was Eva.
Nope, it was not.
I know who it is.
It was not, and it really did happen. I'm not lying. Like, I'm not looking for attention or drama or anything like that.
Right.
That.
Pause. When you say that you're not looking for attention or drama, for me, it's sort of like you're telling on yourself. You're telling on yourself. I'm really not, you know, trying to start anything. Mind you, she was throwing subliminals before. This is why the question came up, because she hinted at someone, particularly a housewife, a peach holder, blah, blah, blah. There was multiple Instagram stories. So people were like, was it Eva? Who's she referring to? Who's she referring to?
Really did happen. It was not cute. No,
Was she a full housewife?
She's a full housewife.
Oh my God.
It's not Candy.
Ooh.
Oh my lamb.
I thought you and Candy mended everything after Big Brother.
I thought so too. I had no idea.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you the story later.
No, we're good. We're good on you, Tamar. We're good on believing that you have grown and changed. And I want to find out more about why exactly Tamar didn't join the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Part of me has a feeling that maybe she wanted too much money and they weren't willing to give her the money that she wanted to be a part of the show. So she had to sort of play it up like, I decided, I don't want to be a part of the mess and do that. No, you would have loved to be part of Real Housewives of Atlanta because word on the street, allegedly, there might be some money problems. Well, that came from Bang a Yang Yang Man. Your own I don't know if y'all still together. Look, word on the street, y'all are not. So who knows? So he's the one saying that you're living with your mama and living out your car and stuff. That was him. He said that. Mackenzie, thank you again for the super sticker. We appreciate the support. Samira, thank you so much for the super chat. Samira says, saying I don't sub people when she just subbed someone in that interview is hilarious. You would have said a name if you don't sub. Exactly. She said, I say name. You didn't say a name in the interview. You took shots, even if it's several people. You took shots at someone in that interview. And you didn't say their name. So, of course, you left the door open for people to think, like, is she talking about, because K. Michelle's the only other person that she doesn't like, that we know she's had a feud with. And K. Michelle is the one who made a transition into country music. K. Michelle then went on socials in the Neighborhood Talks comment section and said, that's not the only thing. That's not the only time recently that she believes that Tamar has been sending subliminals to her and talking about her and doing things behind the scenes. So it wasn't even just this interview that was done on the podcast. There were other things that K. Michelle accuses Tamar of doing behind the scenes. Landa says, remember when her car was broken into with all her stuff in it? Yep. And remember, she said at the time, she feels like she can't trust anyone or anything in her life. And then we were all like, what about your fiance? And that's when we found out her and the banging yang yang man, JR, had broken up. Mm-hmm. And right, Nikki says, if Tommy Lee, you remember, I did a whole video of videos on this whole saga that played out a few months ago. Nikki says, if Tommy Lee, from Zeus and from Love and Hip Hop, can get, not the Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson's Tommy Lee, the other one, the black one, can get you together, you're losing. I have to say the same thing. I have to say the same thing because she was throwing shots at Tommy when it was unnecessary. During her live show, she was throwing shots at Tommy for no reason. Anyways. All right. We're going to move on because we always have more to talk about. So I want to get into some reality television talk, guys. If you are new to our Tuesday Takeover, this is where we cover a variety of hot topics. Don't forget, Mother's Day is right around the corner. So don't forget to get you a little something or something. Someone just asked me on Twitter today, Kempire, what's your code for Rose Forever? Kempire 40 for $40 off. Plus, if you want free worldwide shipping, use the discount code Kempire. You can use both. Get you some roses that will last you at least a year. I still have so many roses around my house. I'm giving them away. I'm buying roses for folks. All right. I love them. They smell great. They look great. They last a long time. They're affordable and you're getting a discount. More information on Rose Forever is in the description as well. Guys, don't forget. Mother's Day is literally only a couple of weeks away. Don't be afraid to get them now today because they will still be beautiful for Mother's Day and beyond. More information on Rose Forever will be available in the description. All right. We're going to move on into some reality television. Let's talk about Below Deck because you, Karen Frazier, I can't with Frazier. I mean, I was happy for Frazier because he had the charter guest flirting with him. So, Frazier, a lot of times he's in these majorly hetero environments, so he never gets time to play. So there is a charter guest that's feeling Frazier, and Frazier's kind of feeling him. But again, he's a charter guest, so technically you're not supposed to be inappropriate with charter guests. Not technically, you're not supposed to be inappropriate. So here's a couple of things about Below Deck. As I've said week after week, this is not their best season. It does feel like they are trying to make something happen. They're trying to make fetch happen this season. And normally they never have to do that for Below Deck. But I think because their cast is not that great, their captain is, although a good captain, is not a great captain. I feel like there's been a lot of performative, pre-produced moments, bringing Jill Zarin on, bringing Love and Marriage DC characters on, that bringing these casts of people together that don't necessarily know each other. It's giving very pre-produced this season. Ben, yes, we know Ben is a prick. We know Ben is an F-boy. However, even for Ben posting on Instagram his love for the other woman from the previous season, I was like, they just want to stir things up. However, it could be Ben just trying to break off things with Sonny, and he just doesn't know how, and he did that. So I can see both sides of that, but if we didn't have a season where there was really not a lot happening, then I probably wouldn't believe that it was pre-produced. I believe someone told him to do it, because even when he was asked about it, he sort of just like downplayed it. It's like, oh, it's nothing. Really? Barbie, look, oh gosh. I feel like Barbie and Kyle, the Virgo and the Taurus, Kyle's the Taurus, I liked that they naturally were just sort of like getting to know each other, and then eventually they fell for each other. But now she's having regrets about it because they hooked up on camera and her father is watching the show. She's damn near 30, but I get it. There are people damn near 30 that are very concerned about what their parents think. So she's very concerned about her father seeing what played out on the show with Kyle. But I got to defend Kyle. It was the crew that were making a big deal about it than Kyle. Kyle wasn't saying anything. But Barbie turned it on him. Ben tried to defend Kyle, and Barbie was just like, why are you coming at me like this? I will agree, Ben, mind your business. There's no reason for you to intervene. However, I do feel like Barbie was being unfair to Kyle. I do feel like she was being unfair to him, because I don't feel like he was doing anything. He didn't say anything. And I think that they really could have something, but she's going to allow her conservative father and what he thinks dictate her life, which is so funny because her mother is the complete opposite of her father. I really do see a future with Barbie and Kyle if she would get the stick out of her butt. See, look, I know, Tish. I know there are people very much like Tish. She says, I'm over 50 and I still care of the three image my mom, the three image? Image my mom sees. I know there are people like that, but doesn't make it right either. Come on now. Anyways, so I feel as if there could be a future with Barbie and Kyle, but I think the only reason why it won't go there is because of Barbie being in her feelings. You know, she wants to convert to being did she say she wanted to be an Orthodox Jew? I know she wanted to convert to Judaism, but I don't remember if she said Orthodox. Maybe it won't work, because religion is an important detail for people. All right. All right. Thank you so much, this guy LC, for the super chat. I wish people like Naomi and who know. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Let me tell y'all something. Chat. It sounds like as if you guys really want me to moderate you guys, but we don't moderate adults in the chat. What we won't do is use super chats or use this platform to come at each other. You will be blocked. You will be blocked. This is a fun environment. Everyone has a right to their opinion. However, what we're not going to do is use super chats. We're not going to use this platform to degrade or attack someone for having a differing opinion. We don't block people all the time, but you will get blocked. So respect each other in the chat. All right? Please and thank you. My gosh. Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. Joe says, the difference between Kate Chastain, and Frasier, Kate does her best to work with the chef and leave Captain out of it, while Frasier quickly complains to the captain, no bueno. Like in this moment, and you guys said to me last week, well, Frasier was trying to work with the previous chef. Well, what about this week? You have a completely new chef. Sidebar, y'all saw what they tried to do with the chef? They tried to make it seem like the chef was old. The chef is 40 years old. The chef is 40. I mean, he looks older. I'm sorry. Moisturizing is important. He does look older than 40, but of course, there's a huge age difference between the crew and the chef. He has 20-something years experience. So he made a mistake in regards to preparing the lunch. He didn't have enough seafood and apparently not enough fries. And instead of going to the chef, Frasier in front of the captain is just like, because the captain's sort of like, at first the captain didn't catch it. And Frasier's just making these very Karen-esque moves in regards to the fries. And I'm just thinking to myself, Frasier, this is his first day. What you could do is go to the chef and say they're going to need more. Remember, they were supposed to have this. They're supposed to have seafood. That's how you work together. Because remember, if anything goes wrong, it affects everyone's tip, not just the chef's tip. And I get it. They're trying to produce a moment. He's trying to be a force multiplier. No, you're coming off like a Karen this season, Frasier. But I'm happy you got a little bit of a smooch next week from the charter guests. Hopefully you got approval from the captain, because if you didn't, I hope someone tells on you. Oh. I hope someone tells on you, Karen. I like Frasier, but no, this was too much. Thank you so much, Joe, for the super chat. We appreciate it. And hopefully you guys are behaving yourselves in the chat now. All right? Exactly. Janessa says moisturizer and SPF are very important. A lot of people don't use it, though. But when they were making a big deal about, oh, he's older, y'all need to calm down. Yes, he's older, but it's fine. Look, it's fine. I thought that was funny. Wow, it's like 40's old? Oh, whoa. About to have another birthday. But I have to say, this episode of Below Deck was far better than some of the episodes in the earlier parts of the season. So I was engaged because apparently I had a lot to say in regards to Frasier, the new chef, Barbie and Kyle's relationship, Ben and his Instagram story. He has a conversation with Sonny basically breaking things off, but he's like, if we have sex together, we have sex together. If we don't have sex together, we don't have sex together. And she was like, okay. She's never having sex with him again. Never again. And Sonny has been very sensitive from the beginning. So I'm not surprised that she would be upset. And if I don't think that this is a pre-produced moment from Ben, then I'm going to say that he did it so that he could break up with Sonny. But him calling what's her face? I don't even care to know her name. It seems as if producers, I see it. I see right through you. This was a desperate attempt. You wanted to bring back a villain from the past season because you felt like it was a good season to kind of shake things up this season. Because you probably filming this, you were like, the season almost over. Like, this is the worst season of Below Deck. This is definitely the worst season of Below Deck. Every other season, even when Captain Lee was sick and had to leave mid-season, that was a good season. This season? All right, let's move on. Oh my gosh, guys, can we skip Happily Ever After this week? Because I have nothing I have nothing good to say. But I will say this. Get Big Ed and Liz. Let this be their last season on this show. But first of all, Liz, you deserve what you get. Because I don't know why you're surprised that Big Ed is being a sucker, being a prick. But take off the PR and add a D. Why are you surprised that he would tell the person that was going to do their wedding before telling you that he was canceling it? Why are you surprised? I'm not surprised. And then he's calling her last minute when she has her daughter. Oh, let's go to a bar and have a conversation about this breakup. I don't know about you, but I don't want to see Big Ed, Lil Ed, Nick. I don't want to see him ever again on the show. But we've been saying that. I don't know why they've even brought them back. This is called 90 Day Fiancé. No one on here is on a 90 Day Fiancé visa. Why are we still seeing Big Ed? And like I said, Liz, you get it. You deserve this. Jasmine and Gino. Anyone else notice that Jasmine looks a little bit more roughed up? I don't know. She just seems so razzled these last couple of episodes. And maybe she's intentionally doing that so to make herself look distraught about her children not coming and her mom's health. Maybe. Okay. Rob and Sophie will be back next week. Apparently, he might have another cell phone. Whatever. Lauren, I like them as a couple. I'm just going to say this. I will say this every single week. That's all I have to say. I don't care about their storyline. Lauren and Alex's storyline this season, she's going in for a mommy makeover. Good for you, girl. I think they are a beautiful couple. They have beautiful children. Fantastic. Get off the show. No one cares about whatever you're talking about. All right? Emily and Kobe. I told you they were going to try and come up with some sort of storyline for them because it's not good enough that they're happy, have beautiful children, and now we're planning a whole traditional African wedding. It's not enough. It's not enough. So they had to come up with some sort of conflict. And her conflict is that she's too American and she's too much of an American woman and she's not traditional enough for his friends. I don't care. Oh, I watch 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After as background. Like, I'm paying attention, but at the same time, I'm like, Ashley, oh my goodness, Ashley the witch and her man. Okay, oh God, Manuel. She meets his uncle, but she has to downplay her beliefs in tarot and witchery. She doesn't even talk about being a witch to the uncle, but she, you know, they're having issues. I don't understand that you guys have been together this long. If you have, like, when we talk about religion, like, this is her religion. If you have an issue with her religion, why did you guys get married? But we also didn't think that these two should have gotten married regardless because they were fighting before their wedding. And the only way that they would make up is when they had sex. But they've been together for a long time. But the family doesn't really know her. Okay. We also got to, no, but let me, wait. I'm glad I remember this part of their storyline. We get to meet Ashley's friend. They end up fighting at the end at this bar. I don't even care about that. But we meet Ashley's friend who talks to aliens. Yes, come on. She talks to aliens, y'all. So she does like this whole thing with them. She's in New York. I might have to book a session. I want to talk to aliens. And she's a black girl. Should I bring her on the show? Shut up. Y'all want me? I know y'all would say yes anyway. No, we're not doing that. Oh my gosh, we're not doing that. Okay? Oh my Lord. But Nicole and Mahmoud. Let me tell you something. Mahmoud is not going anywhere, but I need Mahmoud to get on that plane and go back to Egypt. I am so tired. I completely forgot about how Nicole was from the previous season. She is such a Karen. She wants to flip this and turn this on him and make it seem as if he is the one that has been triggering her. He's been miserable since he got here. The man has been here 2 days. The man has been here 2 days. Then she got mad at him for using her credit card because he needed money for a hotel. He was walking the streets of LA. I feel like it's a storyline. Let's be honest. Okay, let me break the fourth wall. I feel like it's a storyline. He's not going anywhere. We see the preview for next week. She's chasing him down in the car. Mahmoud, get in the car. I really, in this moment, in this week's episode, I'm watching Mahmoud. He comes back to collect his things. And she's like, you told me that you want a divorce. And he was like, yes, I do want one. Then she was like, fine, leave. And he's like, all right. I want him to go home. Mahmoud, I will pay for your ticket to go home. I'm kidding. I mean, if this was a real thing. But no. Mahmoud, go home. She doesn't respect you. She doesn't respect your culture. She doesn't respect your religion. Maybe she does in real life. But on the show, she doesn't. She doesn't at all. Bye, Nicole Karen. But let me tell y'all something. Love in Paradise. Come on. Are you guys watching Love in Paradise right now? I might be in. I'm so glad that I made the decision this morning to start watching the first 2 episodes. I was like, 2 episodes. I can watch that before I go live and do our Tuesday takeover. Love in Paradise is a mess. But before we get to the actual mess, okay, because this relationship between Alex and what's his name? Adriano. She met him in Italy like on her last day. But his issue is that he wants threesomes. This relationship is not going to work, Alex. He says that he wants to have a threesome with her cousin. First of all, ew, that's my cousin. Second of all, she's not into it. But that seems to be a major thing for him. So this relationship is done. It's not going to work. If you're not down for that, this is not going to work. Break up. She's pretty, though. Look, she's pretty. She was doing her little, how Stella got her groove back, all right? Oh, gosh. Where do we begin? I don't even remember everyone's names, but... okay, let's start with the couple on the left. And for those that are listening to this, I'll describe their story. So this guy was a hairdresser so he's a celebrity hairdresser. He met Allie, or I forgot how you pronounce it. Was it Allie? What's her name? But he met her as Douglas. So he met her as a man. So he's having a difficult time with whether or not he's okay with her transitioning from Douglas to Aaliyah. I think it's Aaliyah. Okay. And because they met while she was Douglas. And they talk about how that transition happened. It happened at a pride that they were doing in Spain. He was like, let's put you in a wig because he does hair. But keep in mind, this man has dated women before too. I mean, I don't believe it. How you doing? I don't, but apparently he has dated women before. So he's sort of open to the possibilities of Aaliyah getting into this transition. So she's been transitioning, all right, from Douglas to Aaliyah. But I thought about this because, they keep talking about the death of Douglas. It made me think about Caitlyn Jenner and the Bruce transitioning to Caitlyn, all right? Did I say Caitlyn Jenner? Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner and that situation with Bruce transitioning to Caitlyn Jenner. And I was like, I guess Kris probably had to go through that whole process of the death of her husband. So that this is what's making me sort of invested in this whole situation. Like, I'm fascinated because Aaliyah is talking about this transition and the family's perspective on when she was Douglas and coming out as gay, and now she's transitioning, and now in this last episode, wanted to do some certain things. She's like, I want to, take the fat from my stomach and put it in my butt, in my hips, and now her boyfriend is sort of like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. And he's not sure if Aaliyah is the same personality as Douglas. He's seeing differences in Aaliyah. I don't know. I'm like fascinated. Like I wanna see how this all plays out. I don't think it's going to end with them being together though. I know he has said that he has been with women before, but I believe that he really wants to be with a man. And I really do believe that Aaliyah wants to be a woman. And I just feel eventually it's not going to work. Okay? Before we get to the mess that is the couple in the middle, again, for those that are listening, it's fine. I'm going to be very descriptive. All right? But there is another couple on this cast. And I'm kind of, I can't remember. I have their names here. Let me just make sure I get their names. Because, where's the other couple's name? Luke and Madeline. So Madeline is in the purple. All right. Madeline is from Colombia. She's 19. All right. I think it's important for you guys to know their ages. She's 19. Luke is 30. Luke has gotten himself in a tizzy. He's lost his job because he's been traveling to Colombia too much. And his job pretty much supported Madeline. Luke has his hands in all kinds of other businesses that haven't really made a profit yet. So I guess he decided to come on reality television to become a star to promote those businesses. Look, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, here we go. But when I first saw him on, I thought that he was going to meet a guy in Colombia. I'm just saying I need to be honest with you guys. I'm not saying that he is. I initially thought that he was gay. Apparently he's not. Okay? But apparently he's been supporting Madeline's lifestyle in Colombia. But he's been doing he hasn't told her any of this. He also hasn't told her that because he's lost his job, that he's not going to be able to support the lifestyle that he's been supporting in Colombia for her. And that also means that he's not going to be able to move as soon as he originally wanted, because he wants to get his financial situation together. I just need to emphasize, though, he's 30, she's 19. If she was 30 and he was 40, I think it's different. We all know this. For those that have been through your 20s, you're growing and evolving, all right? I just feel like the age difference already is sort of making me look at this situation. Clearly, I think she wants someone that's going to support her. If you saw the preview for next week's episode of Love in Paradise, it's very clear that she's like, what? Like, you're not going to be able to support me anymore? All right. Bongi says, Madeline isn't going to live in his mom's basement with him. Yeah. So their story was interesting, but not that story isn't what kept me watching. The story that kept me watching, ooh, child, let me tell you something. This man, okay, oh, Lord. Buckle up for this story, all right? Kyle is 32 years old. He's from Los Angeles. Anika, she lives in Malta, but she's not from Malta. She's 39. Kyle is an accountant. Wait, it gets a little spicy. Kyle is an accountant, but he's a traveling nomad because he can work from anywhere. Okay? Kyle also likes to donate his sperm. He has donated his sperm to lots of people. He has 71 children around the world. I know you're probably thinking, okay, that's a red flag. But wait, there's more. Are you sitting? Are you all sitting? Not only does he donate his sperm, he doesn't make any profit from donating his sperm. He just likes doing it. Well, sometimes he donates in a cup, and sometimes he actually sleeps with the women. Sometimes he sleeps with the women. So here's the thing. Anika wanted to have another baby. So that was how they met. However, they ended up liking each other. They end up liking each other, so she wanted to make this a relationship. So he comes to Malta to spend some time with her. Oh, but this first interaction is so cringy. He has her on a point system. She's got to earn points to get a kiss with tongue, to have sex. She's got to get 10 points. He's an accountant. He must think that he is a prize. He said you got to earn points in order to get those things. He is socially awkward. She notices now with him in person. This is why when you meet someone online, you got to meet them in person. Do not allow this relationship to be online the majority of your relationship. All right? You got to meet them in person. You have to see how they interact with other people. You have to see them in the real world. She immediately notices, oh, he seems to be stunted in his growth, but not in his girth. Oh my God. See, if this was KEMPIRE After Dark, I'd go further. Okay? I would go further. She says he has a big one. She says that he has a big one. Save Kids Not Hoes wants to know. We're talking about this couple. All right? Kyle and Anika. So he's been donating his sperm. He has 71 kids around the country. And sometimes when he donates, he actually has sex with the women. And he has Anika on a point schedule in order for her to get kisses, to have sex. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. But I have to say, I'm all in for Love in Paradise. We have added it. It's a 90-Day Fiancé spinoff. We have added it to the show for Tuesday Takeover. I am loving it. I am loving it. Speaking of just strange things that we're watching, we've got to talk about Jerrod Carmichael because a lot of people are feeling a way about Jerrod Carmichael and his reality show. All right? I did just see recently Ebony K. Williams, formerly of Real Housewives of New York, and Dustin talked about this on their podcast, and they felt as if the situation that we're watching on HBO, on Max, is problematic, especially because they've canceled all of their black shows on there. Here's the thing. I told you, when you read the stories about Jerrod Carmichael's, the things that have stood out and that people have reported on in regards to this reality show, it felt cringy. Watching the show, it feels cringy because there are moments that are cringy, like him having a hookup's foot in his mouth, okay? Or him saying that he's in a monogamous relationship, but he's cheating on his boyfriend, and then we're seeing him getting on Grindr to get an Emmys date. And then we're seeing him hook up after his boyfriend just leaves. Okay? However, I did say to you guys, although there are some cringy moments, so many people say that they want reality television back, where you're actually getting authentic stories. I feel as if that this is very authentic to Jerrod. But I also get why some gay people within the LGBTQIA community is sort of like, I'm uncomfortable watching this. I'm uncomfortable with people perceiving gay men in this way, specifically black gay men. But very much like black people, we're not a monolith, okay? There are a lot of people that can relate probably to Jerrod. Okay, I can't. I just want to put that out there. I can't. But I'm fascinated by the show. Because those moments have been highlighted and picked up in media. But I told you guys that I also watched last week's episode and this week's episode. Last week's episode was focused really on his relationship with his father. This week's episode was focused on his relationship with his heterosexual best friend, his male best friend, and who's also a comedian. But I love the way that it's filmed. It's sort of like filmed in this very like documentary type of way. And at the same time, they're showing him tell these stories on while he's on stage telling comedy. All right. So I like it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's different, cringy. I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely think there are some cringy moments, but this is his truth. And I don't want people to just bash it because you believe that it's making us look bad as a community. Well, no, that this is his story. I mean, I don't think anyone should look at anything in reality TV or anyone's story as that's the way that particular community is. No. Look, we literally talk about Summer House Martha's Vineyard, and we see a black gay couple there, Preston and Donald there, and that relationship is very different too. Again, we're not a monolith. All right? But I do see that people are having feelings about the show. But if you do watch the show as a whole, those moments are not the only things that are highlighted. Like these last 2 episodes alone weren't highlighting that part of Jerrod's life. It's talking about his father, his childhood, and now his relationship with his best friend. So I thought I'm still watching it. I like the way that it's filmed. It's very, very different. It's very, very different. But maybe, look, if you're looking for something new to watch, I mean, there is a little dry spell in reality television right now. This might be the time. Hey, Miss A the L says, both my parents were May Tauruses, May 3rd and May 17th. I love Taurus. What is your sign? That's so interesting. I mean, Tauruses and Tauruses can date. I did date a Taurus before. I mean, it didn't work out. All right, let me move on. I think I covered all of the reality television that I wanted to talk about, which is good because I know a lot of you are here for other stories. You're here for some more pop culture news for our Tuesday takeover. So we're going to move on and talk about Britney Spears. Oh my goodness. Where's my Britney Spears picture? Hold on, y'all. Let me bring up my Britney Spears picture because it's important. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Let me bring up my Britney Spears picture because Britney Spears. So I don't know about you guys. I was here for the Free Britney movement, but I'm concerned that we freed Britney, but we have not left her with any resources. And because I do believe that there is a mental health situation happening with Britney Spears. But I do feel as if Britney Spears has been left on her own to her own devices. And word on the street, because she's been left on her own to her own devices, is that she's not doing well. And apparently, it looks like her money might be drying up quicker than expected. Okay? So this is what TMZ reported yesterday in regards to Britney Spears possibly on the road to being broke. They said Britney Spears is in serious danger on both the mental and financial front and is doing way worse than she was under the conservatorship, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. As for her mental health, TMZ sources say Britney is completely dysfunctional. Since the conservatorship ended, she has no supervision and, according to sources, had radical mood swings that, we're told, are shocking. We're told the few people who remain in Britney's life say that she was doing much better when she was under a conservatorship. Here's the thing. Because the conservatorship, when we found out the details of what this conservatorship entailed, it was overreaching, it was aggressive, it was too much. But do I believe that she needs support? Britney definitely needs support. So they said a source tells TMZ she had lots of freedom in the conservatorship and the restrictions were there to protect her. She's not protected anymore. TMZ's Britney sources are angry at what's happened since the conservatorship ended, saying she's gotten absolutely no justice and that involves her finances. TMZ's told that Britney has been spending a fortune and is in real danger of going broke. Our source says that she's been going to French Polynesia staying at the Brando and spending close to $1 million each trip between private jets, hotels, staff, etc. She goes every month or two. We're told she goes to Hawaii almost monthly by herself, taking a private jet, staying in the presidential suite at the Four Seasons, and dropping $350K a trip. This source says she can't afford this. She had $60 million when the conservatorship ended, and she's now where the conservatorship started, in danger of going broke. As TMZ reported, she's paid north of $4 million. She's paid north of $4 million to her attorney, Matthew Rosengart. TMZ broke the story that Britney had settled with her dad, Jamie Spears, after Rosengart vowed to pursue him for alleged financial misdeeds. TMZ's told that Britney did not get a penny from Jamie, in part because everything Jamie did was court approved. In fact, Britney ended up agreeing to pay Jamie's legal bills, which total around $2 million. So apparently, TMZ is reporting that Britney Spears is running out of cash. First of all, with the amount of money that Britney Spears makes, and mind you, Britney is still making money because of her catalog, and she has other things like perfumes, and like there are other things. But that doesn't mean she's not spending more than she's actually bringing in. I don't even care about her fortune. Honestly, I don't care about her fortune. In regards to making sure that she has the support that she needs and is able to afford the support that she needs, yes, that's where I am concerned in regards to Britney Spears' fortune. However, I'm more concerned for Britney Spears' mental and physical health. Because although I saw the importance of the Free Britney movement, because it did expose the abuses that she was under, because I did feel as if the conservatorship was overreaching. Do I believe that there should have been some sort of support and supervision in her life? Yes. You guys remember what was happening before the conservatorship, right? You remember that. The Blackout album, although the album was good, don't get me wrong, but her life was out of control and spinning in the wrong direction. And I thought after the conservatorship ended that they would provide still support for her. But apparently it looks like they didn't. They didn't. Well, all we can do is pray for Britney. We're going to keep an eye on this story because I am truly concerned for Britney Spears. I do feel like Britney has been through a lot. She's been famous since she was a little kid. And I think that alone does us a number on people. We talked about that when we were talking about Quiet on Set. Gigi says, right, her mental health is in jeopardy. Aqua Girl says, her father was trying to protect her from herself and these men she keeps finding. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Thank you, Bongi, for the super chat. Bongi says, I feel like a voyeur watching the Jerrod Carmichael show. I mean, yeah, but that's the whole point of reality television, which I think is such a good statement. I know you mean it in a way like, I don't know if I should be watching this. But that was the whole idea behind reality television. This is why I say I feel like the Jerrod Carmichael show is sort of bringing us back to what reality television gave us in the beginning before it became so pre-produced. All right. Before we move on to some more hot topics, I do want to say thank you to one of our sponsors for today, our friends over at Factor Meals. As you know, especially on a day like today where we are live for multiple hours, our friends over at Factor make it easy for me. For as soon as I get off of here, I can pop in one of their 2-minute meals that are fresh. They're created by some exquisite chefs. So eat stress-free this spring with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Everything is fresh, never frozen meals. It's chef-crafted, dietitian approved. Very important too, because I could eat a crap too, but no. And it's ready to eat, like I said, in just 2 minutes. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, which will be good for today, snacks, and beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. All day long. All right, so it's easy, it's 2 minutes, and it tastes good. The most important part. All right. Head on over to factormeals.com/Kempire50 and use code Kempire50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. That's code Kempire50 at factormeals.com. More information on Factor Meals will be available in the description. Plus, I will say this. I even had some friends try some of the Factor meals that I had, and they said that it was delicious too. So it wasn't just me who liked them. All right. Again, more information on the Factor meals will be available in the description. All right. Let me take a sip, and then we're going to get into some more stories because we do have a few more stories to cover. Oh, damn. All right. Oh, Monica, Reality Von Teese, Garcia Fowler, Delgado Darnell, Jussie Smollett, Knight. She remember we reported to you that she said on the Vile Files that she was pregnant? Well, she revealed that she is not pregnant anymore. She said, "One thing I promised myself when opening my life up to all of you was that I was going to do it completely unapologetically and authentically raw as possible. I would show you my life in all aspects because that is what I agreed to do. Unfortunately, today I need to share a very heartbreaking aspect. There is no heartbeat. I don't have many words, and I'm still processing all of this myself. As quickly as this happened, that's how quickly things have changed. I am sending so much love to everyone dealing with miscarriages, fertility issues, pregnancy problems. If you have an angel baby and everything in between, I'm so grateful for my incredible doctors and amazing support system. I'm so blessed to have all of you in my corner, and I appreciate how beautiful you all have been to me about this baby. I love you, and I'm so thankful." Very sorry to hear that, Monica. Very, very, very sorry to hear that. Shout out to anyone that has experienced what Monica is going through right now. We already know, covering so many different stories and shows that cover this topic. It's not easy. There is a journey even after this happens that she will be going through. So we are sending love to Monica during this very challenging time. All right. What else did I want to talk about today? Oh, Kim Zolciak. Lord. We have not talked about Kim Zolciak in so long, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I have to give you an update in regards to the home that never was. Sorry. Honestly, because I'm really more concerned for the kids. All right, so Kim. TMZ is reporting Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann could be out on their ass soon. Damn. Their lender is letting them know loud and clear that they plan to foreclose on their Georgia mansion. All right, the Georgia mansion that they bought for like $800 and something thousand. Unless TMZ says unless they make some moves in court. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Truist Bank's attorney sent a clear and decisive message to Kim and Kroy as well as to the court. And they say they're finally ready to take back ownership of their Milton, Georgia mansion. Per the paperwork, Truist is giving notice that it plans to initiate a non-judicial foreclosure proceeding on or after May 3rd. Wait, when is Kim's birthday? She's also a Taurus, I know. Which is literally a few days away. It doesn't necessarily mean Kim and Kroy have to be out by that date, but that's certainly when the ball gets rolling officially on the legal side of things. Remember, Truist filed docs in early January that emphasized their right to foreclose on the crib, but the case was eventually moved over to the inactive docket. Now Truist is putting Kim and Kroy on notice that the foreclosure will move forward unless they wake up and bring the fight back to the courtroom. You'll recall Kim and Kroy were actually trying to sell their house before a foreclosure could go down. They put the property on the market in October for $6 million, which was a lot, but had to slash the price a couple of times since there were no takers because people knew that that was overpriced because I believe the value of the home was like a little bit under $3 million. So they like doubled it. I think they were trying to use the sale of this home in order to pay their bills. You know, we've counted and reported on several stories of both Kim and Kroy being sued by credit card companies, by other companies that they owe money. Now we have this bitter divorce that's happening, and the cops being called to their home multiple times. All right? And then they're selling their wares on social media. Kroy's accusing Kim of cheating. He's accusing her of a gambling debt. He's accusing her of selling her stuff, but not using the money to help pay the bills. So TMZ says the house is still technically for sale, and it's currently listed at $4.5 million. For now, though, it seems that no one is biting, and it looks like the Truist is ready to take over the sale process to maybe cut their losses and move on. Selling the house had been a major need for the estranged couple, who, by the way, are still embroiled in a nasty divorce. And we know Kroy was calling for the house to hit the markets months before it did. Eventually, Kim got on the same page, and they put it up for sale. So TMZ did reach out to Kim and Kroy's camp. No word back yet. When they say Kim and Kroy's camp, do they mean the kids? Oh my goodness. And sidebar, I did see that one of Kim's daughters, what was it, Ariana, went on social media talking about her mom going too far with these fake posts. You know, she has like these fake posts that she gets paid for. One of those posts talked about Kroy being dead. I don't understand. I don't understand. And for those that keep saying you want Kim to make an appearance this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta, you want all this to play out there. No, you don't. Look, no, you don't. This might be too real for reality television. This might be too real. Anyways, and it's too toxic. Have you seen any of the video footage? The police camera footage? We've reported on it. You can go take a look at those videos. All right. Let me move on. Because speaking of TMZ, I was on TMZ. First of all, I made my Tubi debut. I made my Tubi debut. So TMZ has this new documentary called The Downfall of Diddy, which we've been calling it. But I'm not going to say that we originated it, but we've been calling it since Diddy was sued by Cassie. All right. And then he settled less than 24 hours later. So we've been covering all the stories in regards to Diddy and what's been going on in the Diddy situation. So I did watch the documentary, and Aubrey O'Day is in it. Stevie J is in it. Stevie J is such an unserious person. Even when you're in a serious documentary, he is such a clown. He is such a clown. So he's in the documentary. Is there anything new that comes out of this documentary? Not really. There are little things that come in. There are some new interviews. Stevie J's in it. Mark Curry, who was a Bad Boy Artist, is in it. They highlight different media platforms and former bodyguards and people that worked with Diddy in it from other interviews. So it was sort of like a collection of interviews. And they featured people that have talked about it. You see me for a good maybe 5 seconds from a TikTok that I did in regards to Diddy. And I said, ooh, Diddy, you in trouble. Okay, TMZ. I was just on TMZ Live the other day, too. I mean, I'm grateful for the highlight. I mean, but I'm TMZ. You could have reached out, and so we could sign off paperwork. See, now that is the problem with TMZ. Not TMZ, the problem with TikTok. Every other platform, everywhere else you guys have seen me featured that I know of, have reached out. We've done what you're supposed to do in regards to the legality of it all. But TikTok, when it comes to your copyright, doesn't really protect you. That's why you will see fake KEMPIREs on TikTok reposting my content. And I've reached out to TikTok multiple times about that, and they do nothing about it. So, good. F you, TikTok. Ban them. No, I'm playing. I'm being facetious. But y'all could do better. Y'all could do better in regards to that. All right? So, Stevie J's in it. Aubrey O'Day's in it. Aubrey says that... Okay, so Aubrey talks about her years of being in Danny and Kane and being a part of making of the band and how that happened. But she alludes that there's more that she's not saying. I don't know if she's waiting for the right check, or maybe she's writing a book, or maybe she's doing her own thing. But she has said in previous interviews that whole period where Diddy was willing to give back the publishing rights to his artists, and she came out and said, no one signed that because you're not allowed to speak badly or ill of him. This is all before the Cassie situation. So it seems as if that was what Diddy was working on. Like he knew that this was coming. So she talks about that in the documentary. She talks about how situations with Diddy did get ugly. They show all this other, stuff from making of the band. Damn, that was a time though. Making of the band, it was a time. So TMZ did write a little bit about what Aubrey said in this documentary in regards to the whole, him wanting them not to speak ill of him. I have a feeling that Janice Combs, his mom, there's something more with her. Because I said it before when we reported on Aubrey talking about not being able to say anything derogatory about Diddy if they signed off on getting these publishing rights back. Because in that NDA, basically he said you can't talk ill of him, you can't talk ill of his kids, and you can't talk ill of his mom. And I thought that was interesting. I just feel like there's something more in regards to Janice Combs that people have not said. And I don't know, I could be off, but I just feel like there's more. Besides the blonde wigs. No, I'm playing. I'm being facetious. Calm down. So, TMZ says, we talked to the Danny DeCane singer who was signed to Bad Boy Records in the 2000s as a part of the new TMZ doc that will be on Tubi, that is on Tubi right now, in regards to the downfall of Diddy, which KEMPIRE is also featured on for 5 seconds at the 16-minute mark. Don't blink, you might miss me. All right? So Aubrey O'Day provided some fascinating insight, including the fact that she knew what was up back in September when Puff gave all his old artists the rights to their music. That the seemingly generous move came with lots of strings attached, according to Aubrey. Diddy, as you know, made that announcement back in the day that all the old Bad Boy artists were going to get what was theirs. They said behind the scenes, though, Aubrey claims that Diddy wanted the artists to sign NDAs as a part of the deal, which would have muzzled them from speaking on their experiences at Bad Boy. So they would not be able to speak out right now, which makes me think, how long was Diddy having these conversations with Cassie in regards to her wanting some sort of compensation, punishment for monetary punishment for what he did to her for those decade? I wonder how long those conversations were having. As you know, there are rumors that there's some sort of like infighting in the world of the powerful black celebrities. That's the word on the street. I wonder if Diddy knew that this was coming and that this was one of the ways that he was sort of trying to get ahead of it. Like, it's all coming together. So Aubrey says that she didn't want to do that because she sensed she'd be signing away her ability to speak, something she finds incredibly valuable now, especially in the light of everything that has been alleged against Diddy by Cassie and others, which Diddy has denied. So Aubrey, as you know, is the first and only person who publicly sounded the alarm for years. There's also this. Aubrey says the dollar amount attached to getting her publishing rights back were incredibly low. All right. So apparently, I think she said she was only going to get like $30,000 or something like that in regards to what she would have received for getting her publishing rights back. All right. They said the other reason Aubrey turned down Diddy's offer for the publishing rights, she's making a boatload of cash on her own and doesn't need the pennies. Aubrey had dipped her toe into multiple ventures, including OF, which has proven to been very lucrative for her and many other people. She says she's got a lot more to say, all of which will be revealed in TMZ Presents The Downfall of Diddy, featuring both Stevie, Aubrey, and KEMPIRE for 5 seconds. But wait, we have an update. So Diddy tells TMZ, well, Diddy's sources, let me just say this. Diddy's sources tell TMZ Aubrey O'Day got her big break because Diddy and Bad Boy cast her in their show with her group, Danny Kane, last year when he reassigned his portion of the publishing to Bad Boy artists, an unprecedented move within the industry and which he did not have to do. Not all artists signed an NDA, contrary to what she claims. Okay, well, can some of those artists come out and say who took the deal? We want to know. We still have more Diddy updates, though. We have another Diddy update because Diddy is in court, as you already know, facing multiple allegations, multiple lawsuits as well. But according to our friends over at US Today, they said Sean Diddy Combs is firing back. On Friday, Diddy's legal team filed a motion to dismiss some of the claims from a lawsuit filed by Joy Dickerson Neal in November, accusing the music mogul of drugging and R-ing her as a then college student in 1991. His legal team is arguing that some of the claims were brought under laws that didn't exist and against companies that were not formed at the time of the alleged incident, according to the documents obtained by US Today. US Today reached out to the Dickerson Neal's lawyer for comment. So Dickerson Neal filed her complaint in November in Manhattan Supreme Court, a day before the New York State Adult Survivors Act expiration date, and alleged that she was essayed and abused by Combs and was the victim of revenge porn. I've changed the word for those that may be misunderstanding, according to the court documents obtained by US Today. Diddy's lawyer, Jonathan Davis, argues that the ASA does not permit Dickerson Neal to revive claims under statutes that did not exist, including her claims of trafficking and revenge porn. The new filing later states that the Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and Combs Enterprises, also listed as defendants in the suit, didn't exist when the incident allegedly occurred, and no allegations of wrongdoing are pled against them, concluding that Dickerson Neal's claims against the companies fail as a matter of law. So, as you know, Sean Diddy Combs accused of Combs has denied Dickerson Neal's allegations, claiming the incident was made up and a money grab. While on a school break from the holidays in January of 1991, Dickerson Neal, who was a college student at Syracuse University at the time, reluctantly agreed to have dinner with Combs, the suit said. During their date, Combs had intentionally apparently laced Dickerson Neal's food or drink, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently stand or walk, the suit alleges. Combs allegedly spiked her drink when Dickerson Neal left it unattended to use the restroom, the suit read. In Dickerson Neal's filing last year, she claimed Combs videotaped the 1991 incident and distributed the tape to others in the music industry. This caused severe harm to Dickerson Neal's reputation, career prospects, and emotional well-being, according to her attorney, Jonathan Goldchurch, said in a news release sent to US Today at the time. Dickerson has demanded a trial by jury. So as you know, Diddy is being investigated by multiple agencies for alleged trafficking and SA. Homeland Security investigation agents, as you know, raided Combs' home in LA and Miami last month, according to Rolling Stone and local Los Angeles news station Fox 11. Agents also searched Combs' Miami residence. Rolling Stone and NBC News also reported that. Here's the thing. Just to kind of round out this conversation on Diddy. In the documentary, they highlight this TMZ documentary. They highlight some of these things that Diddy has gone through, not just recently. So for those that are wondering about this whole idea about the downfall of Diddy, no, they're talking about all the times that Diddy has had run-ins with the law. And I will say this, after watching the downfall of Diddy, it made me think to myself, he's had so many brushes with the law, but he's never served jail time. So many brushes, which makes me believe the accusations that maybe possibly he does have, he has sources and influence in these departments over, police departments, in the legal aspect of things, in the courts, in the judges and things like that. I'm going to continue to follow the story because this Diddy situation, I think, is far from over. It's far from over. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me say thank you. Thank you, Julie, for the super chat. Julie says, did you watch MILF Manor? Couldn't help myself. No, I did not. I didn't even hear about that show. MILF Manor. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, guys. Welcome to Tuesday Takeover. If you're just joining us, guys, don't forget the KEMPIRE After Dark live tour is coming to a city near you. We just announced a new date. We'll be coming back to New York City for Pride Month on June 21st. Don't forget to get your tickets. Boston, May 30th. Nashville, July 11th. Atlanta, July 12th. Seattle on August 30th. More information on the KEMPIRE After Dark tour, where we're able to say the things that I can't say in this Diddy article. We'll be able to say it in person. So if you want to meet me in person, a meet and greets are available, and we're going to be able to have that talk. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a meal, all that good stuff. More information on the KEMPIRE After Dark tour is available in the description. All right. All right. Where do I want to go next? Let me see. What did I... Oh, Dorito. Oh, Dorito. Dorit Kemsley from Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right. So there have been all kinds of rumors. I feel like the rumors around Dorit eventually will catch up with her. So Dorit, there was speculation over the weekend that Dorit was being fired and not returning. However, according to sources that I had heard before the rumors even came out, that Dorit was definitely coming back. So now people are backtracking on that Dorit has been demoted to a friend of. All right. So originally, I think it was a Daily Mail that came out with, Dorit is being threatened to be demoted if she doesn't share the fact that her and PK are separated and he's living in the Beverly Hills hotel. Okay. Well, now Radar Online is saying that's all a lie.
Lies! The lie!
So Dorit is not facing demotion on the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sources closer to production and pals of the star told Radar Online amid reports that if she doesn't come clean about her alleged marital issues with her husband PK, she'll be downgraded to friend and only featured on 3 episodes. Even friend dubs get more than 3 episodes. Okay? Dorit. I just feel like these rumors surround her. So one insider says that's not true. With knowledge of the situation shared on Monday, that was backed up by 2 more sources connected to the reality star, with one telling Radar Online that Dorit will not be downgraded and fans will see her this season. Okay. Another insider closer to production scoffed at the demotion rumors, claiming producers don't give cast members ultimatums like that. Really? 2 insiders said they probably don't word it like that, but they probably let her know, well, what's going on with you? I mean, if there's nothing going on with you, I don't know how we're going to bring you back. Just saying. They have ways. Like, I'm not the most verbose when it comes to saying it in that way. I'm a little bit more like straightforward, but people have ways of sugarcoating it. Okay. And talking circles around someone. So 2 insiders said that they hadn't heard anything about PK allegedly moving out of their marital home, with someone close to the couple sharing with Radar Online that it's totally false. He absolutely has not, well, I'm probably thinking the source is probably English. He absolutely has not moved out. Okay. Dorit openly spoke about their marriage struggles during season 13. The English businessman spends a lot of time in the UK for work. And his new reality show, Selling Superhouses, which takes place in London. PK has built his own lucrative real estate business overseas, and his wife also appeared with him on the program. Shout out to those of you that are in the UK. Is it worth watching? I love UK television. When I was in the UK a year ago, for the King's coronation. Oh my God, speaking of the King Charles, I mean, there are rumors that his cancer situation is a lot worse than people are reporting. Okay. It's so crazy. It was just a year ago. I went there. I didn't go there for the coronation. Come on now.
Lies. The lie.
I just happened to be there during the coronation. All right. I went there for my birthday and I had a great time. I love London. I can't wait to go back. But I loved UK television. If I wasn't there on a vacation and I was just there to chill, I would have sat in my hotel room watching UK television. It was so good. There was always something for me to watch on UK television. Because normally when I go out to play, other countries, a lot of times I don't end up watching television in the hotel room. I mean, you really should be out doing stuff. But sometimes, when you come back in from a long day, you want to see what's on television. So a lot of times I don't really watch because it's usually nothing. Maybe it's the language I don't understand. But the UK, OMG, so much good television. And that's the television you don't need a cable for. Scherster says apparently Prince Harry is returning to the UK shortly. I think it's not looking good. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, I tend to lean away from all the speculation surrounding the royals, especially after the Kate Middleton of it all. There was so much speculation around her illness, only for forcing her to come out to admit that she was receiving chemotherapy. And I'm just like, come on, y'all. Let's not, we cover speculation, but some of the speculation just was so outlandish and irresponsible. I don't care if you're not a journalist, there still is a level of responsibility. You know what I mean? All right. Anyways. Haiti Griffin says, stop lying, KEMPIRE, laughing out loud. What did I say? What was I lying about? What was I lying about? I'm not a liar. I'll just point that out. Natalie says, get a VPN and you can watch. Well, technically, I do have a VPN. I just hate watching things on my computer. I want to watch it on my television. I guess I can airdrop it or airplay it to my television. I do have a VPN because I travel, so I have to have a VPN. All right, so I can stay up to date for the stuff for you guys. All right. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We have over 1,400 of you watching our Tuesday takeover. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to those of you that are part of the replay crew. We will be adding the timestamps because I know there are certain things that you're here for and that you want me to talk about and you want to hear an update on. All right, so we talked about Diddy, we talked about Alexia, we talked about Porsha and Simon, we talked about Britney Spears, we talked about the Tamar situation, we talked about Dorito's situation. Dorit is coming back. Like I said to you guys, I literally heard from a very good source that Dorit was coming back. So I really didn't care about any of these stories because I was like, I will believe it when Dorit comes out and says it herself. But I think Dorit might be the focus this season. So, although I do find, as Haiti says, Dorit is dull, I do find Dorit to be dull. However, I don't know. This might be her season under the spotlight. Just Blaze says that Japanese TV is good too. I didn't watch Japanese television. I don't remember if I even tried. It was just so much to do when I was in Japan. But if they have subtitles, then I would watch it. Anyways. Is that it? Look, is that it? I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. Well, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for the super chats, the Venmos, the Cash Apps. I always forget to remind myself to thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you to our channel members. And of course, thank you to our King's Guards for holding us down. And of course, thank you to our sponsors. For more information on all of our sponsors for today's live show, be sure to check out the description. And don't forget, Mother's Day is right around the corner. Rose forever. Get your roses. Get your roses. Get your roses that will last you at least a year. Use the discount code KEMPIRE40 plus the discount code KEMPIRE for free worldwide shipping. The KEMPIRE 40 will get you $40 off. Get yourself something. Hint to your man or your woman. No judgment. Let them know that you want some roses that will last you at least a year. And even if you have roses from Valentine's Day, you're like, I need new ones. I need my house to look like a garden. More information on Rose Forever will be available in the description. I'm not sure if I added it in here, but if I didn't, I will add it later. Okay? But our mods are really good about letting you guys know about all of that in the description, in the live chat, but I will be adding it after the live. All right. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everyone watching on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok, for all of the likes, all of the gifts, and tapping your screens. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. We appreciate you guys. And of course, we're almost at 400,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So shout out to all of the new subscribers that we've gotten in the last couple of months. We appreciate you guys. But also thank you to all of you that have been subscribers for a very long time. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I need to go get a snack. I've been talking for forever. Forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever.
How are you guys doing? Doing okay?
In love.
Yeah, we're doing
that was
great.
my answer. Yeah. We're doing good.
Great.
We're doing
That's
good.
good.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wicked. Thank you.